was a great listening experience. Hi, Hunnies. Welcome back to the podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for everyone who has been listening and has been following online. Thank you for a great little launch. We finally launched the podcast and put it out there a little bit more than we have been. It's no longer a secret podcast.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. So
now everyone knows.
Now everyone knows. Yeah. So thank you for being so wonderful and supportive. I'm so excited to keep this going and keep yapping forever. So yeah, this made me really excited to go forward with that. It's the middle of November. Ooh, it's cold. And we should be getting depressed, but we're not because we're taking our vitamin D. I hope everybody out there's taking freaking vitamin D. One time I went to a doctor who only had one arm, and I trusted him more because he had one arm, and I don't know why. But he told me that you have to take vitamin D. It's the only supplement that he actually recommends you take. So
That's the only one?
Yeah.
Everything else,
I don't know.
Phony baloney.
Who knows? He was real.
What about vitamin A through Z?
And you know what? He had a watch on his fake arm. I've seen him multiple times. I really like this doctor. He's a really good doctor. He's like really down to earth. I like to imagine how he lost his arm, and I think it was definitely like a surfer shark incident kind of deal. You know, he seems like that kind of guy.
That's the coolest way to lose an arm.
Of course. You're just freaking surfing and a shark comes and takes it.
And then you still hang
way better than like working on heavy machinery and then it gets chopped off. But if that's what gets you into medicine, wow. You know, anyway, so he had a watch on his like fake plastic arm.
Oh, he wore a prosthetic.
Yeah.
Cool.
With a watch on it.
Did it
crazy?
Articulate?
No, it was kind of like a mannequin claw.
Cool. Also cool.
He's awesome. He's really good. He's a really good doctor. I don't say that about a lot of men. I really do believe men should not be in healthcare. And I think it's, if any job with the word care in it, get men out of there. Get them out of there. They're saying weird stuff. They're doing weird things. Nope. But he's good. He's a good one. He can stay.
I brought you to my doctor.
He's thorough. Yeah. Your doctor is the one who told me that if I was 5'2", I'd be obese. So there's that.
Advice.
If you're 5'2", you're a healthy weight now, but if you're 5'2", you'd be obese.
He has bad bedside manner.
Totally. And he was like, haha, isn't that a joke? Haha, funny comedian. And I was like, good one.
I've had him my whole life and he's never made a joke once.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't like you.
I think he likes you.
Yeah.
You're fresh new meat.
That's so true. Maybe he just doesn't like you, not because of you as a person, but because he's just like, these same old brothers again. I'm seeing these same three brothers again.
And my dad.
I've got mold poisoning.
That's true.
I'm sick of treating people for mold poisoning. If you live in Vancouver, you probably have mold poisoning. I am convinced I have mold poisoning.
But you have vitamin D.
But vitamin D, like the armless doctor told me. Told me get him vitamin D. Yeah, I wish I knew more about him, like his name, but I don't. I do know, though, that he is, a very good doctor, and you should see him. He's sick.
You don't know his name?
No, I don't know his name. I don't know anything about him. All I know, no arm, commercial drive. You're in Vancouver. Check him out. But yeah, he told me that you should have vitamin D. So I want everyone to put down whatever weird supplement you're on, your ashwagandhas, okay? Ashwagandha also sounds racist. For some reason. Yes, it does. Think about it.
You think about it.
Ashwagandha sounds like a white girl went to India.
That's true. Namaste.
And said, hey, I'm going to bring this back.
I've been ending my corporate meetings with namaste.
You have? You need to stop doing that. It's really bad, actually. Stop it.
It's terrible.
Ugh. For anyone who doesn't know Aaron, he has a corporate job that he's had for like a year and a half. And it's 2 years?
1 year.
1 year. For a year. And he has no idea how to be in a corporate job. It's so funny. Like watching this man who just never once was in the corporate world just show up and be like, what's up, nerds? And they're like, you can't say that.
It's the funniest thing to say to people.
Yeah.
Say to your boss.
Yeah. Say
what's up, nerd. It's the best. I say,
you like bully. He came and started bullying everybody in there.
Yeah, you pick the biggest guy and you start a fight. I treat it like prison.
You pick the biggest guy and you start a fight. Men love prison. Oh my God. We're going to be back at this again.
Back in prison. Well, I don't know. I treated it like trades.
And the trades are like, yeah, you can't show weakness. So I would say, what's up, nerd? Nerd.
They were taking this poor girl on a victory tour almost of the office. Like she was trying to get a job. She was doing an interview.
Mm-hmm.
And they were walking her around the office. I don't know why. She didn't get the job. It was just a weird
They were like, seeing what you'll never have.
Weird death march.
Yeah.
It was really weird. It was,
check this out.
And
Not
then
for you.
the recruiter came to me and she's like, this is blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you're going to work for this brutal dictator? And she was like, I don't know why I bring people to you. You never say anything serious.
Yeah, that's the best quality when you try to talk to someone for real and they won't stop making bad jokes.
Yeah,
Love that quality. Love that quality.
All.
It's great quality. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep shooting for the stars. Honestly, at least they have you. Like, at least they have someone who's trying to make jokes and
that's true.
Lighten the mood and have fun.
I feel like I'm bombing on Slack all the time.
Oh yeah.
And then someone visited and they're like, you had us laughing a few times. I was like, why didn't you type a lol?
Yeah.
Or a laugh react.
I bomb on my team's chat too. I like to make little witty jokes that I think are witty, and then I'm like, oh, I don't think anyone got that.
And then in the group chat, someone says the stupidest shit. And so many laugh reacts. Piss me off.
I know. That is annoying about work.
That's
annoying about work. You do better if you say like a very basic thing or send like a very basic meme, like everyone laughing at it. Everyone
100%.
Like funny. But if people are not sure your intention or it feels a little sarcastic or a little like weird
nervous.
Or whatever, they get nervous and they're like, I don't know if it's a joke or not. And
Freeze
so they just don't know what to do. I know.
Up.
I had a good one the other day. No one reacted at all. And everyone was like liking and hearting everything else. And I was like, God damn, I thought that was good.
I feel like the meme.
Yeah.
The guy in the corner at the party being like, they don't know I do open mic comedy.
Yeah. So true. So true. I know. I do think like I'm realizing this because I sometimes will be the person that says something and tries to, I don't know. I've never really worked in corporate places. So for the most part, I think like just making jokes or being silly is fine. But some people really don't like it.
They hate it.
It makes them really uncomfortable.
Some people are truly.
Those people you just gotta.
Actually not funny.
I know. And some people will tell you that. To me, that feels like a deepest shame. Like the days I feel not funny are the days I feel so fucking worthless. I'm like, nothing is worth anything and I'm a piece of shit and I might as well just die right now. But there are some people, and some people I love too. Like it's not just people that I think are like boring and uninteresting. There are people who I like love, who I think are so interesting, so good to be around, I think are funny.
Yeah.
Who will be like, I'm not funny.
Don't have any interest in being funny.
It's just not a quality I possess. And it's interesting because they can be funny, those people. They're just never trying to be or never conscious of it. So they just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It looks freeing.
Some people don't take in comedy, seek it.
But mind you, I will say, I feel unfunny all the time. But sometimes when I'm just not thinking about whether I feel funny or unfunny, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm not thinking about trying to make a joke. I'm not like thinking about a bit.
Yeah.
Is when I'm at my best.
Oh, interesting.
I think this is personal. I don't know that this applies to everybody, but when I am just having fun or like I've got an idea that I'm excited about or something's happening, I'm in like a good position or a good place with friends or I don't know, I just feel really comfortable and I feel really like taken with something. I have people laughing way more than I ever do than when I'm trying. I'm a little bit afraid of trying to be funny sometimes. Like if I don't feel funny or I feel like I'm going to end up trying to be funny, sometimes it's just like, I'm not going to say anything right now.
Yeah.
It's better not say anything. But it's not. I think it's good to try and fall on your face. Healthy teasing is how you show love. I have always shown love in my family through teasing. And sometimes I'm sure that can be too much. I understand. And I do think like, if that's not the way you roll, then whatever. But I don't know why I just said that last sentence. So
whatever.
So weird. Yeah, if that's not the way you roll, then whatever. Whatever. It rang in my brain like a terrible, terrible thing I just said, like a dream.
Whatever.
Oh, I know I'm going to listen to you editing this later and I'm going to be like, turn that off.
You never listen to me edit. Don't flip this on me.
Nerd. It's fun. Nerd. I like it. I'm going to call you nerd. Nerd alert.
What were you saying?
I don't know.
I had a thought.
What?
From forever ago.
Okay.
About unfunny people. I heard something that if people who say they're not funny, and then I've heard that if you laugh, you're funny. If you know how to laugh, then you know how to be funny.
That's interesting.
Because you know what's funny.
Huh. And
very, very rarely do you meet someone who doesn't laugh.
What if you laugh at the wrong thing all the time?
Still, you're funny because funny is subjective. But there are people out there who like never laugh.
Oh, it's so sad. But they never cry.
Oh,
but they never laugh and they never cry.
Laughing and crying.
Same reliefs.
Two of the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's like the same thing in the nervous system or something.
Yeah, it's like uncontrolled.
That's really cool. Is that an original thought?
No, I've heard it.
Oh. I'm not judging. I'm not judging you. I thought you said you had a profound take on it.
Nope.
Oh, you just okay.
No, that's it.
Cool. I'm not trying to be a little. I promise. I just wanted
it.
to see if there was something like you wanted to add or
nope.
Something. Nope. Sorry, I'm not helping you.
You're bombing.
Land your refs. Yeah. Am I? Are we sure?
Damn it,
Sylvester.
I'm gonna stop talking.
Jesus Christ.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous. Don't be nervous.
I'm gonna stop talking.
It's okay. You don't have to stop talking. I like it when you talk. I think it's good.
Make fun of me.
Oh wow.
Our three fans
deprecating.
Our 3 fans say the funniest part is when you make fun of me.
Yeah, they do like it when I make fun of you, but I only make fun of you when it's warranted. It's not warranted when you're sitting there all like sad and sickly and hunched over in your little exercise shorts, just being like, I don't want to bomb. I'm like Sylvester. I don't get it. Maybe you're bombing. I don't know. Like, what kind of monster would I be if I was like, yeah, you stupid freaking dick-eyed bitch? Like, that would be so mean. Just turn around and insult you. Your glasses look like you're not allowed within 100 feet of schools.
Okay.
Well, they do.
That's me.
That's the only one I'll say. What is it? Is it 500 feet? 500 meters?
For sex offenders?
Yeah. How close are they allowed to be to schools?
It's probably...
Is it a mile?
Based on how bad your sexual offense was.
Really? The meters changes with the sexual offense?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like exposure is like 500
It's like
feet.
you could be close to the school still.
You can be like 300 feet.
You're 300 feet.
400 probably.
Yeah. If you try to marry one of them, that's
a mile.
That's 3 miles. Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think so, but I love it.
Yeah.
I love to think of the court just deciding how many meters is appropriate for the sexual offense. Jesus Christ.
It's like the scene in My Cousin Vinny when he holds up a measuring tape.
Oh, yeah.
And he walks across the room, but you have like a little kid. And then he walks across
the room. And you're like, stay.
Yeah. Stay. 100 meters.
That's so funny.
Starts foaming.
Ew.
Salivating.
Oh.
Okay, I guess.
Sylvester, stop. I'm just going to call you Sylvester.
Sylvester the
stop.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That was a wild opening.
It was we covered some topics. We solved some things. We did some cool stuff.
Do you have anything new? Are you excited for the White Horse?
Oh yeah, I'm going to Whitehorse. Super exciting. I'm going to the Yukon. I'm going to try and see the Northern Lights. I'm really freaking excited about it.
They're surging.
Tell me if you've ever seen the Northern Lights. They're surging. They're freaking palpitating.
They're
engorged. They're engorged. The Northern Lights are engorged.
They're freaking torqued up.
The Northern Lights are, just really up there. They're getting it in
There's
the
a
sky.
solar storm.
Huh?
There's a solar storm.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay.
That's what the Northern Lights are. They feed on that solar energy.
Oh my God. The Northern Lights are sounding like they shouldn't be allowed within 100 feet of schools. Honestly, the Northern Lights are not. They're not it. I want to see them though. They'll be far away, but I want to see
a polar bear.
I don't think you just see polar bears walking around in the Yukon.
Well, then what the hell's the point? You might see Yvonne of
the
Yukon.
What the hell's the point? I just don't think they're in the cities, honey.
Oh, you might ride a snowmobile.
What do you think I'm doing when I go up there?
I don't know what it's like.
Okay.
I feel like you get off the plane and just the wild frontier.
Okay.
People are just panning for gold.
I'll take pictures for you. I don't think it's like that. I think it's like a city.
It's a tiny city.
Yeah, I agree. It's very tiny, but I don't think it's like there's going to be polar bears and snowmobiles. Like I don't think I'm going to land on the plane and then get out and I'm outside in 10 feet of snow and they hand me like a personalized parka and they go get on this dog sled hitched to polar bear and then they just buckle me up into town.
That's what I really hope it's like.
And then on the way I get a snow cone and maple syrup that they've just been running along the snow and they're rolling up into the world's biggest lollipop for me that they just stamp that says welcome to Yukon and then they hand me a gold panning set, send me down to the river, tell me I need to collect 3 pieces of gold to stay at the hotel that night and if I don't get it, I'm not doing it. And then everyone else out there is working hard. I see families working hard. It seems unfair. I'm a single woman. I have to get 3 pieces just like everyone else. I kind of partner with a family that lets me in because they're at 3 pieces already, but they're actually having fun. The kids are liking it, so they'll pan more pieces for me to try and help me get to 3. They get me to 2, but then I got to do the last one on my own. And then I really feel like I belong in the Yukon, you know, like I'm a Yukon girl. And just then night hits and the Aurora Borealis comes out and I'm knee deep in the river in my waders and my full Canada Goose parka, absolute down covered, trying to find that last piece of gold so that I can shack up at the Hunter's Lodge.
Yeah. Get some soup by the fire.
Yeah, sleep on a bale of hay.
Yeah.
In a reindeer stable. I don't think that's how it works.
Oh, what's the point?
I don't know. That does sound fun though. Actually, no, it doesn't. It sounds like my personal hell.
You could sell your body.
That hard. I could sell my body?
That's the other thing.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Gold towns have brothels.
Even if you get a really sweet man, okay? Just anyone out there, even if you get a really sweet man who does a lot for you and like tracks your period and takes good care of you and makes you dinners and runs you baths and loves you and thinks you're amazing and just really sees you for who you are and it's like having, you know, the best time. He's still going to be like that. He's still going to be a man at the end of the day. And he's still kind of going to be your son. There's nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. And your dad, weirdly, which is confusing. We really just replay a lot of our relationship dynamics over and over again, don't we?
Yeah.
God.
That's life.
People don't like to talk about that, but it's true.
Super true.
It is true. I guess that's life. I guess it is life.
Do you have a cast phrase this week?
Oh, yeah.
For the record, I don't want you to sell your body.
Yeah, you should clarify that.
For the record.
You should clarify that.
I just say if you don't want to work to pan gold and you need a night stay, that's always been an option in pioneer villages, to join the brothel.
Yeah, and get chlamydia.
And be a working woman.
Ew.
There's nothing wrong with sex work.
Okay, but I don't want to join a brothel.
Then you got to pan gold.
Don't use that there's nothing wrong with sex work thing to try to get me to sell my body in the Yukon. It's like, no.
Sex work is work.
Of course. Why do you say that like you're being facetious right now?
Because you hate gold panning. You talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah, of course I hate gold panning. Why would I ever do that? This is the dumbest activity in the world.
You hate it when I gold pan.
You literally take a paper plate out into the rocks and then just fish around for a while.
You hate it when I gold pan.
Because you take so long and you're using it as an excuse not to move forward in our relationship. I think.
That's like a topic for therapy.
Yeah. Well, we don't go to therapy. We sit in our living room and record me on 3 cameras and you on a mic. So this is what we get. The people want to know. I'm excited. I like having my period.
You?
Yeah, I feel stronger. Like I feel weaker physically because my cycle and every single thing in my hormonal cycle is telling me to rest and that I'm actually weaker and that I'm not doing well. And I did not fulfill my one destiny as a woman, which is to bear children. So my body feels like it's mad at me, but I feel like a warrior.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like fucking right.
You're bleeding.
I'm bleeding. I'm in pain and I'm still fucking working. I'm waking up. I'm bleeding down the stairs. I drip out. And no one can say shit about it.
It's true. You do
to
drip
me.
out.
I don't even try. It's like I wake up and then I'm dripping down the stairs.
Free bleeding.
Drip, drip. For absolutely free bleeding down there. Just running down my legs, stuck between my ass cheeks. Sometimes I bend over in front of the mirror to see what's up. And it's covered in blood. Caked in blood.
Caked up.
Absolute messy. At 31 years old, you think I would be able to understand my period that I've had since I was 13?
I know it better than you.
Yeah. And I'm proud of that. It's just a thing that happens and I just work through. I'm just muscling through it. I'm just ruining underwear.
You're always surprised.
I'm just ruining shit left, right, and center. Yeah. I'm surprised. Because do you know how much time and effort it would take to plan around my period? I know it's not that hard. Lots of women do it. I'm not one of them.
I like it.
I'm fine to be surprised. I don't give a fuck. I want it to show up. I want to not know why I'm crying. I want to not know why I'm crying. I want to contemplate my entire existence, everything I am, everything I've had to come to this point, our relationship, the way you are.
Yeah.
I want to
have
a revolution and have no idea why, and then go, oh, that's why the next day. Yeah, that's metal. Periods are metal.
Yeah.
Periods are metal. Hard rock.
Heavy metal.
Hard rock. Fucking how hard rock is it to bleed out your crotch?
It's true.
If you guys if you guys bled out your elbow every month or some shit, you'd all fucking write songs about it. You'd smear it on each other. You'd rub it on shit.
Yeah.
You'd make markings on the wall. You'd be like, ah!
Elbows up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Even if it was genitals, even if it was your dick hole, I think you'd be doing the same shit. You'd be fucking rock and rolling with it. I think periods are fucking crazy. They're metal.
I like knowing yours.
Why?
Because I don't want to be surprised.
Why?
I want to know why you're crying and to know why you're questioning me as a person and it feels really nice to have, this might be sexist, but to have an explanation.
You're also annoying.
I'm incredibly annoying, and to know when to be more annoying or less annoying or how to.
Sometimes you're annoying and I can just be like,
Yeah, because you're
sometimes
ovulating.
You're annoying. I'm like,
because you're cycle. I want to know how to act based on your cycle.
Right.
I think I nail it. It's almost cheating. Everyone should do it. It's almost like
I like it when you take care of me on my period.
100%. If you do that, and then
I'm nice on my period. It's just the day or two before.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm nice on my period.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like I'm like, thank you, and I'm like sweeter.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm like, help me, I'm sick.
I'm not as
not so metal. Me in the bath, bleeding out. I need to leave. I have cramps. Metal.
hardcore.
Hardcore. Doesn't feel so hardcore. It feels hardcore when I'm saying it on a podcast and I want to have a hot take. But when it's actually happening to me, I'm like, please give me 3 leave or I'm gonna fucking freak out.
Well,
I'm gonna fucking freak out.
Go do comedy.
Freak out. I do everything on my period. We do everything on our period. We do everything we're expected to do every other fucking week of the month.
Yeah.
And my periods are 6 days long.
This one was 8.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It's over a week. It's overstaying its welcome.
That's company. 8 is company.
Crazy. I think the world should work really hard around, like, you should be able to work really hard around your ovulation and then, like, take a week to rest during your period and make metal music.
Heavy metal.
Yeah.
Ovulation metal.
It's called Drop of Blood.
Nice. That's you metal on your period? No, you'd make like
iron in the cotton. That's because there's iron in your blood and then it goes into the cotton. Yeah.
Nice.
Iron cotton. That's the name.
Sick.
Wow.
That's good.
There could be a lot of
toxic shock syndrome.
Toxic shock syndrome is actually perfect.
Yeah.
Toxic shock. That's TSS.
TSS.
Toxic shock syndrome is the perfect name for period bands.
Period metal band.
Yeah.
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 Toxic shock is so good.
Hell yeah.
Toxic shock. That's a crazy name for a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Toxic shock.
That is a crazy one.
Toxic shock syndrome.
Every word, it keeps you guessing.
What? It really is. It sounds like it's taken from the metal catalog.
No, just if in sequence, every word is like, you're like, okay, toxic. And
then you're like, oh, shock. Oh, wow.
You're in toxic.
And they're like, syndrome. You're like,
what the hell? This is,
it's like
I'm living
an
like
epidemic.
This?
Yeah, I'm going to be like this for the rest of my life.
Stuck like this?
Toxic shock syndrome. And every woman is so afraid of it. Like if you tell a woman you leave a tampon in for too long, which I did once, I left it in for like 5 days. Crazy.
I
think I talked about it on the podcast. But I love to. But
that was the worst.
Why?
The double tampon incident of 1994. That was disgusting.
Yeah, I know it was gross. I know it was gross, honey. It was inside me.
For days.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I got a blood test. They were like, contaminated. And I was like, oh, with what? I wonder what it could be. Turns out, toxic shock. I had the syndrome. Yeah, every single woman I told that story to in person was like, aren't you, oh my God, toxic shock. I'm like, do you know anyone who's had toxic shock syndrome? Like, they have to warn us about it on the tampon box, which is why we're all so freaked out.
Is there a Surgeon General warning on tampon boxes?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
About toxic shock.
Just take that shit out.
But apparently you are more likely to get it from actually putting in too many new tampons because it's the fibers. Sarah told me that. Shout out Sarah. I love you, Sarah. That it's the fibers going in or something. Like if you take them out, if you take out tampons that are dry, then the little fibers are what give you toxic shock. Would you suck on a tampon for $100?
A used one?
Yeah.
I need more than 100.
No, you wouldn't. Bullshit.
Was it yours?
Yeah.
Is that shit toxic?
No.
It's fresh?
Mm-hmm.
Like soaked?
Mm-hmm.
Or just like a little one?
Soaked.
Day 8. Oh, it's disgusting.
Soaked, but hasn't been in there forever. Like it's not old.
But it's soaked.
Yeah.
I would like $1,000.
$1,000? You do it for $50, Edward Cullen.
I wouldn't do it for more than 100.
You would do it for 100.
No, I wouldn't. Would you do it for 100?
My own? Yeah.
Would you do someone else's?
No. But you would. You're playing all coy right now, but you would.
Okay.
You'd love to have these people thinking. Or these 3 people thinking.
I don't want these 3 people thinking.
You know what they think already.
Toxic shock freak.
Okay. We have not done any of our segments yet. Let's get to it. Oh, right. Casters of the week. Casters of
We're at an hour.
We are?
Yeah.
God. Okay. We'll go fast?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm going to cut some of it.
Yeah, for sure. Cast phrase of the week is toxic shock sister.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is that when you like share a tampon?
You're like,
That's good.
Yeah.
If someone gives you a tampon.
yeah, you'd be like, you're my toxic shock sister.
That's cute.
And see if they like it.
That's cute.
If someone asks you for a tampon this week or ever, call them your toxic shock sister and see what happens. Challenge for everyone
I
out
like
there.
that.
I'll do it too.
I always found it very endearing. Just my men's take is when a woman asks another woman for a tampon, it's just like a universal thing.
It's a beautiful experience.
It's really pretty.
Oh my God, except, oh my God, I forgot to tell you this. So the other day I was working out and I realized after I was working out that I like bled through my shorts. Like I was in the gym, bent over, lifting weights, full red, just
oh my God.
Stain coming through. And not like a spot stain, like
a Rorschach.
like a watercolor, you know? Because there's different types of short stains for your period, right? There's like the dot, there's like the harsh dot, there's like the dot splatter if you're like moving around, and then there's like this kind of wet, and then maybe, but then there's this kind of like wet, like I don't know, it's like diluted kind of blood, and it's like a watercolor stain. So I had that going on. And people were looking at me and I was like, I must look so hot. Like people are checking me out in the gym right now. And then I realized later that I had a mega stain on my fucking crotch and everyone was looking at that. And I really wanted to know what everyone thought. But anyway, no one told me. So I went downstairs and I realized I didn't have a tampon, but I wanted to go swimming in the sauna. And I was like, I'm going to need one. So I asked the woman at the front desk and I was like, do you have a tampon? And she was like, being such a bitch to everyone else checking in. Like everyone else checking into the pool was like, hey, where do I go? And she was like, over there. Like she was so mean. She was just like sitting there, like crossing things off at her desk. Like she had like glasses and long blonde hair and she looked like upset and she had huge boobs. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like that kind of bitch. So she just looked so bitchy. And then I just asked her for a tampon and she just was like, she just got me, you know? Like she wasn't like, oh yeah, okay. But she was like, yeah, for sure. Like she was like, I'm going to fucking take care of you. And then she like wheels herself over in her wheelie chair to this box. And then it turns out there was no tampons in it. And so she was like, sorry, I'm out. You can ask the lifeguards though. There's a lady lifeguard there. And I was like, okay, sick.
Give you some gauze.
Yeah, for real. So I go to lifeguard office. I knock, but the girl lifeguard is sitting down, and the 2 boy lifeguards just decide to come over to the door. And so I'm like, fuck, I don't care. Like, I need a tampon. What do I care? So I just was like, hey, I couldn't find any. I asked for tampons at the front, and they said that you might have some because there's none up there. And they just went, oh yes, yes! Like they freaked out. Like the 2 younger boy lifeguards just lost their minds.
We've got training.
Yeah,
for this.
they were just like, oh my god, yes, a woman's asking us for help, and we can be helpful. Like they were just so like, we can be helpful, and we're not going to be weird, and we're not going to make it weird. Like you could just tell they were like, we're gonna be the good guys in this story. And so they scurried away, and they asked me. They were like, oh, was there none? And they like pointed around the corner, and I was like, I just asked at the front, and like I went into the woman's bathroom. Like I went everywhere to see if there was like a tampon like dispenser, and I couldn't find one. And so I was like, I just asked at the front, and then they were like, oh, no problem. So then he comes back and he gives me 4 tampons.
Nice.
And then he's like, that might be overkill. But here you go. And I was like, thanks, brother. So then I go back to my locker, and I was smiling. I was like, that's so funny. And then not the nice lifeguard who gave me the 4 tampons, but the other lifeguard who you could tell was like his supervisor. He was like balding and a little older. Yeah. And he had like gone and looked with the other lifeguard. He had also been like, oh yeah, of course. But he had less interaction with me. He came to find me, and he went, excuse me, do you see this dispenser over here? And he like points around the corner at a random wall, and there's a random silver box on a random wall. And I was like, oh, okay, that's the dispenser. And he was like, yeah, and it was full, so it wasn't empty. So I was like, great. I don't know why we're doing this. Like, I got tampons. You watched me get tampons. And now you just need to prove that you've done the good job of restocking the box that I was supposed to go to get the tampons. And you just need me to know.
He's a feminist.
It actually wasn't shit out of luck, because the silver box in the middle of nowhere that isn't even close to the woman's washroom was stocked. So.
You should know this.
You should know this. Yeah, I was like, what the hell, man?
You bleeding idiot.
Leave me alone. Like, I'm bleeding out my crotch right now. I'm literally bleeding out my crotch right now. And you're like, I actually was really good at stocking it. I've only stocked it last night, so.
Maybe he was just worried that 4 wasn't enough.
No,
in case you need
he wasn't. He just wanted to be like, you checked this one? You had to come all the way to the lifeguard office and embarrass yourself in front of 2 men. Why? When you could have checked this one that was fully stocked?
Idiot.
On the random wall in the middle of nowhere in this huge area. Fuck, no, I didn't know. Sorry. Bye. Anyway.
Those are your toxic shock brothers.
They were.
Yeah.
My toxic shock sons.
TSS.
Okay, what you got for me?
I have some advice.
Yay! We're really excited about this. Thank you so much I'm going to keep it anonymous. This person is going to go by L. Okay, L. Elsie. Thank you, Elsie, for writing in. We really appreciate this. And I'm happy to give you some advice, my thoughts on this. Okay. So I'm going to read the specific request for advice, and then we'll see how it applies. Okay. So thank you, Elsie, for writing in. This said, I would love some thoughts and advice on friendships ending. Specifically for me, after getting married, I realized who my true friends are and who will be there for me, which has been amazing, but it's also been really heartbreaking to see who only showed up for me when it was convenient. Long story, not so short, I have a best friend I met in university. Things have obviously been different since she has had a kid for 2 years now, but they've still been good. She basically showed no interest or care for any wedding events, and she was a bridesmaid. Late to the proposal picnic without even realizing all the work I put into it or that the other girls were affected by her lateness. I'm talking 3 hours. That's crazy. Bailed last minute on dress shopping, told me she wasn't coming to the bachelorette party via text, forgot about my bridal shower, and didn't show. The list goes on. She is really absent-minded, and I know her family is her priority now, but I threw her a baby shower, made efforts to visit her, she's only an hour away, and included her kid in everything to do with the wedding if she wanted. It just feels like I made a huge effort to be understanding and flexible, and she just blew everything off like it was nothing and has barely said a thing about it since. Wow. Okay. I love it. And then it says, It's so hard to have friendships drift away, intentional or not, and some things are just too hard to come back from, even if you love them. I've never felt like the core friend to anyone but her, so it's extra hard. Everyone always seems to have their own best friend or close group. My other friends have been great friends to me, but again, it's hard to not have a best friend and constantly see people on social media with what looks like their best friends and feel like sort of a floater / side friend. We all know social media is never the whole story, but it still amplifies things for sure. All right.
That was good.
That's thank you so much for writing that in. I really appreciate that. I have a couple things I want to talk about in there. Because I feel you. Honestly, I think just to go off the last thing that you said, that even when you do feel like you have a best friend, there's always going to be some insecurity, wondering if you are the best, if someone who you would say is your best friend also feels that you're their best friend, even if you've talked about it. Things change. The longer that you're friends, the more you might wonder, did things change? Are they feeling differently about me? And I think, it's okay number one, it's okay to have had different best friends throughout your life. It's okay that, that feeling kind of makes you feel like a bit of a floater. I totally get that. But it's also okay if there are maybe new best friends that you haven't met yet. I know it gets difficult and different as we age and get older, but if you're planning on having a long, happy life, which you should plan for, there's lots of different parts of that. You could have kids and meet somebody else who has kids in your neighborhood. You could move. You could, befriend somebody anywhere. Like, you can look at friendships and possibilities of friendships very similar to dating. Just because you've found somebody who you're in love with and want to spend your life with and have gotten married, which is great, it doesn't mean that there's not more opportunities to meet people. Sometimes I feel like we just think that there is because we have these ideas that, like, once you get married or potentially move forward into having a family or having a career, that it leaves less time for people. It might leave less time to see someone like every single week, but adult friendships you don't have to see somebody every single week. And I promise you that the things you're seeing on social media are also just reflections of either people feeling really grateful for their friend in the moment, or sometimes it's also people feeling the need to kind of hold on to something by like showing it off. I don't know which specific people that you're talking about, but or which specific like types of social media posts that you're seeing about best friends, but it could be one of two things. Somebody could be really excited about their friend, or somebody could be feeling insecure and feel the need to really present that on social media as a way to get everybody to see that, look, they're still really close and really good. So I think, and I don't think there's anything wrong with people who do that either. I think everybody at some point in their life feels insecure about their friendships, especially if you're not constantly reaffirming each other like we can sometimes do in romantic relationships. With friendships, it's a little bit more difficult. And as we grow up and we move to different places, like having these kind of solid best friend relationships can be a beautiful thing, but it can also be a really hard thing. So I would say if there is a friend already in your life that you really want to have a closer best friend relationship with, that's always possible. Relationships are always fluid and open to change. And I think the biggest marker of good friendships as we age is putting in effort. So being curious about the other person, asking them questions, and actively wanting to participate in their life. If you do those three things and people give that back to you, like, that is a beautiful, solid friendship, and you don't have to worry about classifying it or worry if they have another best friend. It's okay. It's okay to have multiple best friends or multiple people that fulfill that kind of role of best friend in your life. Many people think of best friend as kind of a tier of people that you would classify or put these close people who you love and trust deeply into. And I would say the biggest reason it's harder to have those close relationships as we get older is also because maybe we get less curious. We ask less questions. We make less plans because we're busy with our lives and the lives that we're building. But I would say if friendship's really important to you, then make that a goal for a year to really prioritize some of your friendships, really try to deepen some of your friendships, ask questions, be curious about ways that you can show up for your friends. And I think you'll see that the people who really love you, and you might feel like they consider you a floater friend, kind of show up and, you can make those kind of stronger bonds and relationships with. Or if you're not getting that from the people in your life, I know that can be really heartbreaking and sad, but I also think it's an opportunity to look elsewhere and try to see what connections you can strengthen or what new connections you can make. Like I see friendship as something that can be very, very exciting, even though it feels scarier as we get older. I think it's just as we get older, we're less willing to just be friends with someone out of circumstance. When you're young, you can be best friends with someone because you went to university, right? You can be best friends with someone because you grew up together. You can be best friends for all kinds of reasons. When you get older, it becomes way more imperative that you are still friends with that person because you like who they are. You like how they talk to you, you like what you do together. You have fun together. And that's an important thing to try and figure out and to foster. And I would also say to not always look at it from someone else's perspective of you. Like if you are constantly going, I bet that person doesn't feel close to me or that person doesn't like me as much, then you're always kind of putting your brain in the brain of someone else. You're always kind of looking at yourself from the would-be perspective of these friends that you have. And that just might not always be how people feel about you. They might feel better, they might feel worse, but you actually have no idea. So all you can do is look outwards from who you are and try to have your perspective on these friendships in your life. Go, do I like this person? Do I like the way that they talk to me? Do I like the relationship we've built? Do I want to be closer to them? Or there are things that I think I could do to get there? Like put yourself back in the driver's seat of your friendships, because it will also help you foster better connections with the ones you already have and new ones that feel real and honest and not like you're just hoping that somebody kind of picks you as a best friend, because I know that you have a lot of wonderful qualities that any friend would be happy to, share with you, but, or to be on the receiving end of your friendship. But, people don't get the chance if, they feel like you're kind of worried about the relationship all the time. So I think kind of easing into that would be really helpful and kind of a good like launching place to go from. Coming to your specific situation, honestly, that sounds like hell. Like your wedding, I've talked about this on the podcast before. I don't think your wedding's about getting married at all. Like you already know that man loves you. That's great. And that's awesome. And rock and roll, But getting married, I think, is a big part about you seeing your friends show up for you. And I'm sure that's why there's maybe some friendship insecurity that happens because unfortunately, like you said, we really see the people who show up, who work hard to come out for you and the people who don't. So, yeah, I'm sorry you had that experience because I think it should just all be fun and joyful and, bring you lots of excitement. And to have someone who's just not really caring, very absent-minded, not putting effort in is really shitty, especially when it sounds like you've put a ton of effort into being their friend and including them and including their kid. Like, that's one where you have to, again, put yourself back in the driver's seat. You can't really worry about what this person is thinking of or what they're doing or why they're doing what they're doing. The bottom line is that they're doing it. They're not being a good friend to you. I would say if you haven't talked to them about this already, it might be worth mentioning. If you have talked to them about this and this has been a topic of conversation that they've just kind of blown off or not really taken seriously, that person is showing you now that they are not willing to seriously consider your feelings. They have other priorities and they cannot prioritize you. And they're being disrespectful. So I think at the end of the day, as much as it sucks that was like your first, maybe, or not first, but like your very close relationship that you had from university that really felt like you were just best friends, I think you can hold like a lot of love for that time in your life and mourn that time in your life because that was a time that you got to feel that really deep closeness. But if you're in the driver's seat of this, I think that like this is not a person who's treating you very well and you're putting in a lot more effort than they are. And I think it would be a big show of respect to yourself and to the other friendships that you will now have time to put more energy into to no longer be friends with this person or be friends with them in whatever capacity you can be. If that means like you hang out once a year or you text occasionally, then great. But I don't think this is a friend who you do a ton of favors for and make a lot of, time for, because it doesn't sound like they're giving that back to you. And that's just going to make you feel worse about this. So we can respect the time that you have had together while acknowledging that just because you want a close best friendship, and I totally get why you want that. If this person says that you are their close best friend but treats you this way, that's not what it's about. And vice versa, like you could have some friends who maybe have never called you their best friend, but if they're the ones showing up for you, if they're the ones making time for you, if they're the ones putting in effort, like that's what best friends do. That's what they look like. So I would say you probably have more best friends than you think you do. And it might feel like they're not as one-on-one close as you'd like to be. But again, social media isn't really something we can trust. You have no idea why anyone posts what they do, what the feelings behind it are, if there's any insecurities, if they're just really excited and just want to celebrate in that moment, if they're just having a really good day, really bad day, you don't know. So I know it's difficult, but I do this. I get myself off social media as much as I possibly can because these things can weigh on me too. And I would just start putting more effort into your other friendships and worry less about the hard label of them, because the people who are putting in that effort and showing up and caring about you, those are the people who love you, and those are your best friends.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
This is why we do this. Can you speak to having a conversation to actually end the friendship? Should she do that? And how do you navigate like a friend breakup? Do you kind of let it fizzle?
Yeah, I mean, there's two ways to go about it. I think she's obviously hurt you, and everything you described in there, like just texting you to not show up to your bachelorette party, forgetting about your bridal shower, it's not going to breed a good image of her in your mind, especially when you've also put in a lot of effort. So I think if you're ready to end the friendship and you feel like you would get something from it, like again, if you feel you taking charge and you being in the driver's seat, if you feel like telling her all of this or ending the friendship with a conversation in person would give you some relief from a lot of the resentment that you have, then I would say it's totally fair to do it. Like it's not mean to her, like it's based on her actions. And so I don't know that she would even necessarily maybe she would be surprised, but like that's up to her. Like you can't disrespect people like that or mistreat people like that in multiple situations, or be that absent-minded, even if she didn't intend to. I'm sure she's not a malicious person, but you can't ignore or disregard the people that you love in your life and not expect them to notice or be upset about it. So if you're upset and you want to have a conversation with her to end the friendship, I would sit her down and say, hey, I would like to read you something. I do think if you have a serious thing to say, sometimes writing it down and starting with a letter can be really helpful, just so that you don't get lost in, what they're saying or what they're feeling or their expression on their face. If you say, hey, I'd love to sit you down and have a chat. And I know it's a little awkward to pull out a letter, but I do think it's worth it. Maybe write down your thoughts, get them to a place where you're happy with it, and then read them to her. And let her know, that like for these reasons, it's really going to be really hard to be friends with her. And it's not something you're sure if you want right now. And then I would see how she reacts. Like if she reacts and like really is like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I don't think I was being aware or whatever. If she reacts with a genuine desire to rekindle the friendship, then that's something that you can consider. And you can even say like, I'm going to think about it, and that's fine. If she reacts by being like, I don't see what the big deal is, then there's your answer. Like you have a friend who's not able to meet you where you're at, and that happens, and that's fine, but that's who she is now. So, it's unfortunately time to put that to bed. But the other option, aside from the hard conversation, which I personally think is great if you do care about figuring out where the relationship goes, either ending it completely or working on it. I do think that if those are the things you want to do, then I would talk to her. If you feel like you can get over your resentment on your own, though, and you just don't feel like it's worth it for you right now to have that conversation, then I think the other option is that she just becomes a once or twice a year friend, you know, not somebody that you reach out to a lot or ever. And honestly, if she's that kind of careless with the big important things for you, then I would let her be the first to reach out. And if she doesn't, or it takes her months and months to do so, then, you know, put her in the category of like, this is going to be your acquaintance and it's not a relationship you're going to put a ton of effort in. So I'd say your 3 options are like way, way, way lower the effort and expectation on this friendship or in this friendship. And then the other option would be to confront her with an idea of either ending the friendship or fixing it based on her reaction to your thoughts and feelings. And I would say that would be my preference. I think it's hard to have those conversations, but it's almost always worth it.
Yeah.
But also if you can't or don't want to, or she's not able to, even if she's not able to show up for big important events, if she's not able to sit down and have coffee with you to chat about this, then I would just let it kind of fizzle out and remember that I'm very positive that your friendship is worth a lot more than she's giving you. And you knowing that and valuing that will deepen your other relationships and potential new relationships.
Yeah. That was good.
Thanks.
Thank you for writing in.
Yeah, thank you.
Please, any other questions? Askthepodcass@gmail.com. There's a form now. You can do whatever. Send a DM on Instagram. Yeah. Any question, big, small, doesn't have to be anything. Anything plaguing you, please reach out.
Yeah.
You'll be glad you did. We're going to end this episode with my new favorite segment.
3-minute movie?
3-minute movie. Can I have my phone back?
Yeah, you can. 3-minute movie. It's where I do a movie in 3 minutes. I recap it.
Recap the whole thing, 3 minutes.
Yep.
I set the time.
Mm-hmm.
Movie I want you to do this week.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Ooh.
Just watched it. I loved it. Pacific Northwest.
Yep.
Houseboat representation.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Ready? Need a second?
Give me 1 second. Okay. Sleepless in Seattle. Okay. Yep. Got it. Love it.
Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. We start the movie and it's Tom Hanks, but it's young Tom Hanks and he has a widow's peak, but he's not fully like balding or anything. And he looks kind of cute. He looks kind of weird, but he looks kind of cute. But he makes more endearing because he is a single dad. He's lost his wife. Tragic. It's one of the first early little montage moments that we see of someone losing their wife. And at the very beginning of the movie, we see that he has a son and he's a single dad and he's very good and he has a son. And his son is calling into a radio show looking for advice. And he's looking for advice because he thinks his dad needs a new wife. He thinks his dad needs a new wife. And he's sad that his dad has not gotten over it yet because his mom died. But his mom only died a year ago, which I thought was kind of weird. It was like, get over it, Dad. And it's like, really? You're over it in a year, kid? Like, fucking, it's your mom.
Back on the saddle.
So, but he's like, my dad needs a new wife. And then the lady on the phone, because she is a glutton for entertainment, makes him go get his dad and puts the dad on the phone, and they end up having like kind of a cute conversation about it. While this radio show is happening, they talk about how his dad can't sleep.
1 minute.
Yeah, his dad can't sleep. And so they name the little segment Sleepless in Seattle and they check in with it. Then people are so freaking obsessed with this because so this guy has moved from Chicago to Seattle, okay? And one woman hears it and she goes, oh my God, I think I'm in love with this guy. Lots of women hear it and think they're in love with this guy. But this one woman, Meg Ryan particularly, she hears it and she's like, oh my God, for some reason, this is the guy for me. And the thing is she's already in a relationship. Okay, she's already in a relationship, but she can't help herself. She's just like, I love this guy. I have to go see this guy. And her relationship's kind of dead. So anyway, so then eventually she writes him a letter and she wants to meet him on top of the Empire State Building in New York City because she's also going to be there with her weird boyfriend and she just thinks that she can get away with it and she can meet him. She also flies to Seattle and stares at him and he stares at her in the airport and is like, damn, she's hot. And he doesn't know who she is, but she's basically stalking him. And she's also a journalist. So she like looks him up and like figures out all this information. Anyway, this goes back and forth for a while where Tom Hanks is now dating this weird woman who doesn't want him to really be around his son. And the son's like, we have to meet this one lady who wrote in who wants to meet meet us on top of the Empire State Building. She seems really cool. She seems really cool. And he's like, Jonah, no. And he gets mad at him. And he's like, please, Dad, please. And he's like, no. And so anyway, so then Tom Hanks is living in oblivion, but he sees Meg Ryan in the airport and across the street and thinks she's super hot. And he's like, why does he keep seeing this hot woman everywhere? And she's just staring at him being like, oh my God, I want you so much, but I can't have you. Anyway. And then she goes back home. And then also her best friend is Rosie O'Donnell for some reason. And so Rosie O'Donnell's like not really giving her any advice, just silently as she's like working through all of her emotions in this. And she's like, I actually think I was stupid and I'm not going to do that. So she goes with her boyfriend and she's with her boyfriend in New York City. And she's like, I'm not going to go to the Empire State Building. Then she's like, what if I do last minute? And it turns out Jonah got a plane ticket with his weird little girlfriend. They figured out how to hack the system, get him on an unaccompanied minor plane ticket. And then the dad has to follow him and they both go to the tower at New York City. It's a weird like mishap. They don't meet each other and then they go up the elevator at the wrong time. She goes up the elevator at the wrong time. And then eventually, bam, they meet each other and you realize the woman that wrote the letter and the woman that was staring at him that was super hot in the airport is the same woman. They lock hands, they lock eyes, they fall in love, and that's the end.
Done. 3 minutes. Whoa. That was good timing. 3 minutes.
You gave me too many countdowns. It was really stressful.
Sorry. Should I do less?
Less countdowns?
Yeah.
I think so. That's okay.
I really didn't think you were going to finish.
I did.
Halfway, I was like, she's got hours left in this movie. Well, the first thing that happened was he moved to Seattle.
I know. I said that.
No, you
later.
mentioned it later.
I said it later.
He first thing he did is like the first thing he did.
Yeah, but it's about the total synopsis of the movie. It's
I
not
think
about
Seattle is a big part of this movie.
It's about the order of events. I know you love Seattle.
Oh, it's Pacific Northwest. And he moved to a houseboat. You didn't even mention the houseboat once.
Oh, sorry.
That was my favorite part of the movie.
Okay, but it's not a plot point.
It's a huge plot point.
It's not.
He's a young single dad who lives in a Seattle houseboat, and he's an architect, and he's on the radio. I love the radio element of this whole thing.
Yeah, you love this movie.
That was very cool. That's why I wanted to review it.
You're so cute.
Yeah, it was sweet. I liked the reverse stalking. That was nice.
Yeah, the woman was the creep.
I like that.
Yeah.
Some representation finally.
Mm-hmm. Creeps can be ladies too.
Yeah, creeps can be weird. Yeah.
We did it.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you everybody for tuning in to our XXL extra long podcast this week. Appreciate all of you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Happy November. And yeah, we'll see you later, honeys. Take care.